Star Wars has always been an interesting and enjoyable series for us, with its popularity seemingly expanding year by year, especially with games like Jedi Fallen Order, which was quite the hit. Personally, I really loved the old school games back on PlayStation 2 like Star Wars Bounty Hunter, letting you play out Jango Fett's adventures during his prime, or the Star Wars Force Unleashed games, which for its time were really awesome as you were running around slinging Force powers and lightsaber combos at a ton of enemies. Well, there's a new game on the horizon set in the Star Wars galaxy with the promise of an open world and a new story, so it's definitely something that piques our interest. On another note, I've actually been collecting these Star Wars comics for the last couple years. Something about seeing the universe on paper in your hands, especially the originals from the 1970s and 80s, is just something special to hold. I recently got a copy of Star Wars 42, which I'm super happy about, but I'd love to know if you collect anything Star Wars related. Tell me down below. And do click like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next update from us here on the channel. Firstly, this new open world Star Wars game is going to be on Ubisoft's Snowdrop engine and will be headed by Massive Entertainment. This is the studio behind The Division 2, as well as the upcoming Avatar Frontiers of Pandora game. So two big new games on their plate. Here's what Ubisoft have to say about this new game. Headed by Massive Entertainment, this project gathers some of the most experienced talents in the video games industry and will make the most of Massive's innovative spirit and cutting-edge technologies, including the Snowdrop engine, to deliver a groundbreaking Star Wars adventure. Of course, with the new Star Wars, this is now a collaboration with Disney and Lucasfilm Games. Hopefully, to no one's surprise, there's no solid release date for this game just yet. It's not even got an official announcement trailer or title, but there was a tweet on January 2nd from a developer at Ubisoft who has been working there for over 24 years. They said, "Happy New Year to you all, 2023 is going to be huge for us, join the adventure." This had a lot of people speculating at a 2023 release for this new game. Quite an optimistic jump, however there was a lot of buzz around it, but then a second tweet was made following up saying, "This seems to have sparked quite a lot of interest. To be clear, I meant that 2023 will be huge for our teams building our game, which you could be a part of. For more official news, keep an eye on Ubisoft." So maybe we're going to get an official announcement for the game this year in the form of a trailer or something like that. We'll just have to wait and see. Furthermore, we know the game will feature a set of characters that players can relate to and connect with, as well as a captivating story. They plan to use new characters that have their own motivations and stakes in an original story to bring fans something new, but also keeping what is familiar and resonant about Star Wars. We do know from last year that Disney is reportedly planning on releasing 2 new Star Wars games every year, with one being a big AAA title and another being a smaller game. So if you're a Star Wars fan, keep your eyes open for 2 new games every year. Of course, the new KOTOR remake is in the works, which I'm extremely excited for, and I can't wait to experience it again, but this time with amazing visuals. Also, Jedi Fallen Order's sequel, Jedi Survivor, is on the way too, featuring more of the same, but with a higher stakes story, as well as hopefully more weighted and tactile combat that people loved about the original. When it comes to Ubisoft's Star Wars game though, we don't currently know the exact timeline that it will be set in. Could it be the High Republic era? We think this will be super cool, especially given the recent High Republic comic releases, but we'll have to wait to see more. There have been leaks that claim that the character that we will control as the player, the protagonist, will be customizable and that our decisions will shape the story. I love to hear that we can make a customizable character, so I really hope that's true. When it comes to decisions shaping the story, this has always been hit or miss in games where usually your decision doesn't make that much of a difference, but we can remain optimistic and hope. There's also claims of seamlessly being able to jump between systems within the galaxy in a sort of similar manner to No Man's Sky's planetary travel, so we'll just have to wait and see once again. I do think that would be amazing if we can do that within the Star Wars world, but these are only leaks or claims, so they should be taken lightly. One thing is for certain though, this new game is coming at some point. It's currently being made, and we can probably expect to learn something new about it throughout this year, or maybe next year. But with the other Star Wars titles that are already announced and coming out soon, we aren't short of new things within this world to play. Which new Star Wars game are you most excited for? For me, it's the KOTOR remake currently, but I'd love to know yours and why. Tell me down below in the comments. And do click like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next update from us here on the channel. There are 2 more videos on the screen now that we think you will really enjoy if you enjoyed this one. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to, but the 2 on screen you should probably check out if you did find this one interesting or helpful. And then tell us what you think after watching in the comments down below.